All right, so we got a change of looks for this trip. We're heading from Jacksonville down to Cocoa Beach area. And it will be cold. It's currently about 62 degrees and we're just putting at the moment, excuse me. But it should hopefully warm to like 73, 74 today. Probably take off a layer or two and probably a scarf at some point, but it's not going to be a hot day for sure. Anyway, it's probably going to be about 130, 140 miles. Probably the shortest trek that I've taken yet, but it's also probably going to be along a lot of houses. And usually what that means is there is a no wake zone, which means I got to go slow for a bit. So I think I'll be able to finish it just fine in one day. It's about 7 a.m. right now. So we'll try to do that. Gonna go down to Cocoa, set up, and I'll probably end up being there for a little bit longer than normal. Probably like a couple of months. I'll probably leave the boat there while I go to Wisconsin for holidays to see the family. But yeah, let's go.
Florida. Cocoa Beach is that way. Inland is that way towards the sunset. But it's a windy area. This is actually, I actually got to pay less for this marina, or at least this section of the marina, because this is as choppy as it gets. So I'm actually paying about the equivalent of like $500 a month all in to stay here. So that'll be kind of cool. But the reason why it's cheaper is because the wind is going to rock the boat. And I thought, you know what, this is the point of doing this sort of lifestyle, is getting the full experience. And part of that is rocking in the boat all the time. You get to a position where you get that. And so I was pretty easily sold on that. That was pretty quick for me to get on board with. But now that we've worked further and further south, we're now in Florida, and it's more likely that hurricanes and the weather gets a little choppier. So, what's most common here is this thing, which is the guy right there, which is the pole that you're supposed to tie the fourth end of your boat to. So I got this side, that side, back right, back left corner. But the other thing is that very tightly lashed this side of the boat, just in case any of the lines snap, with the strongest line that I have, just because there's that chance, we want to make sure that we're prepared against any of the storms. But it's November, which is near the end of the hurricane season, so hopefully we won't have to deal with that at all here. Hopefully. But yeah, that's about it. Now I need to figure out the local area, take advantage of the showers, and maybe go hit a pub nearby. Made it. Alright, so the boat got pretty intensely rocky during the day. The marina told me that there's going to be a giant boat that's going to go right here at some point, which presumably is going to really cut down on the water and the rockiness on my boat and ruin my view, unfortunately. Unless I like looking at a giant boat. But what I did, though, I mentioned this in a previous session, that there you see an orange cone thingy. Basically, what I'm doing is trying to reduce the amount of bouncing that the boat's doing. And that was one of the ideas that I saw listed on the internet. The problem I'm having, though, is that you see that top cone there, both this side and on the other side, it keeps bumping the boat. And one, it's kind of annoying inside hearing that, but two, I don't want to scratch up the boat. So I'm going to fix that. As far as I've seen, though, I think it's helped at least a little bit. It's hard to tell. I'm inside it most of the time, so I don't know if that's actually making the difference, but we'll fix it up and hopefully everything will be all right.
Okay. So here's the giant boat, giant river boat that is now positioned next to me. You see that big turning wheel here. So I discovered, as I was checking all the ties on my boat for the coming Hurricane Eta, I was checking if I was secure, and I kept hearing a lot of noise, and I was worried if it was my boat. But apparently it's this giant riverboat right here. And it's really loud. You'll see there's this blue right there. This blue bumper fender that had basically broken off, and it was actually floating right over here. It had gone underneath the dock, and it was floating over here next to my boat. But apparently, just so you get an idea, well, I'll say it before I go over there. The cleat on the boat, one of these, except for a lot bigger and more sturdy, the cleat on the boat apparently just got torn straight off. And so rather than let the fender float away, I picked it up out of the water, and I'm trying to stuff it in where it's supposed to be doing its job, and its job is supposed to be stopping the boat from rubbing up against the dock like it is. But I'm gonna see if I can do anything to help out the situation, because otherwise I might not sleep tonight. We'll see.